Hello YouTube, Dainster83 back here. Basically today's video is going to be pickups that I had over the last bank holiday weekend from the booties. There'll be a bit of a chat about a few new things that I'm going to be doing on the channel and stuff like that, and just general chit chat as usual. It's not just going to be retro games in this. There is a couple of other side things which, as you can tell, I like to collect retro 80s, 90s action figures and stuff like that, so there's a couple of items from that, but mainly it is video game related, so I'll get on with it and show you through. I'll start with the stuff that's not video games, so you can skip past this bit whatever how many seconds it takes. I bought all this lot for £5. It was in a box. The box is a bit battered, but it's from the 80s and it's Manta Force. This is the Red Venom. I actually had this as a kid. I mean, it's not complete, there's bits missing, but for on display in my room it's pretty cool. There's these little figures in it. If you follow me on Instagram you've probably already seen this because I did post it up. A couple of guns missing, all that, but as I say, I'm thinking of hanging it from the ceiling so it'll be cool in the games room. And there was actually 2 ships in there. This one's the good guys. Again, not complete, but a lot of the accessories still in there, so it's pretty cool. As I say, they're just mainly display pieces. I like the 80s, 90s toys, stuff that reminds me of when I was a kid. It goes well with the video games, which is also obviously what I was into mainly as a kid. Just a couple of other little ships that come with it. As I say, £5 for the whole lot. I know it's probably worth a lot more than that, but I've not bought it to resell, I bought it to display, so that's pretty cool. Kind of both here, these Mortal Kombat figures. That one there is Sub-Zero. I know he's meant to have a sword with him. I think I paid £1.50 each for these. They're pretty cool and detailed, quite a few articulations in them. They'll go with my video game figures that you probably saw in the last room tour. And this one's Raiden. Let's get him looking at the camera. He's meant to have his pointy hat obviously and probably some accessories. Again, he was £1.50, I paid £3 for the 2. Off a really nice guy actually. He's one of the regular booters who sells. He normally specialises in wrestling figures, but he got these 2 knocking around. In fact, he's just left my house because he came round to buy my old wrestling figures. Other than the ones I kept, the ones that are just living in bags, he actually collects wrestling figures, so he's come round and bought all my old ones, so that's cool. And he's a really nice guy because he goes to the car boots regular and he says he'll look out for stuff for me, and I believe he will, because he's got a new name. We call them lizards, you lot do, I call them vultures. He says the 2 regulars who I know whom the worst, they are known as parasites, and that's by the other booters calling them that. He said they're the worst he knows, so you can guess the kind of people that I'm competing against to try and get video games, but I like to keep doing it my way and have a bit more morals than jumping in the nearest little old lady's boot pulling stuff out of it. So, moving on to video games, I'll start with the oldest stuff I got first, some Amstrad stuff. Those of you who didn't know, I started out with a CPC 464. I didn't have one of these as a kid. It's a modulator. Basically you can hook this at any old Amstrad 464 CPC up to a normal telly with these wires. But some moron has cut the plug off really short, so I actually bought this with the intent of selling it to a friend, maybe giving it him, trading, something like that, not knowing that the plug was cut off because it was in a bag full of this other stuff I'm about to show you. And this all came to £5 as well, so it was a bargain really. So I'll show you the other stuff that comes with it. I'll probably put a plug on this or a new wire. Just a little joystick, one of the ones that you can kind of daisy chain to have more players. Your standard Amstrad 464 user instructions with how to program, etc. Something that I've never really understood, which is showing my lack of intelligence really. A bundle of games. I'll start with these ones first. Bomb Jack, Skate Rock Simulator. I don't know whether it's simulating being a skate or being a rock. Brian Jack's Superstar Challenge. I don't know who Brian Jack is. It's obviously something before my time. Someone knows, put it in the comments below please. And one of my favourites, Trapdoor. Now I actually remember having this on the old Amstrad, and I remember playing it. And the only thing I remember is you got to do something with tubs of worms. Is all I can remember. Then we've got a few Amsoft games, but they're not your usual Amsoft games. They're not like your Bridget and that come with the original CPC 464. These are some others. Subterranean Striker, Brax Bluff, another one I've not heard of. Dragons, I'm guessing it's about dragons. Map Rally, but this has actually got like a little booklet inside of it, which I haven't flicked through, but it's the only Amstrad game I know that actually has like a little booklet. So, oh, I've dropped it. So this might be like ultra retro manual that not many games used to have back then. And the last one is a Rolling game, Rolling in Space. Now I've seen reviews of this online. I can't remember whether this is the good game or the one that really gets trashed. I remember Rolling in the Caves and Rolling on the Ropes. They're games I used to play a lot. But I've never seen an actual physical copy of it. So, you know, they might be that were released with the stuff once Amstrad bought out Sinclair. I don't know. Anyone who knows what packs them all come in, please let me know, because all the other Amsoft games I had actually come in the pack that I had when I had the Amstrad 464. One PSP game, I think I paid £1.50. Wipeout, loved Wipeout on the original PlayStation and various consoles, the Saturn, etc. So a handheld version's great. This I believe cost me £1.50. I bought it with the next game that's a PS2 game. That's Legend of Kain Soul Reaver. The case is absolutely battered, but it's a game I've not got, so I'll just swap out a sports title or something. This game was also £1.50. I'd not seen it before. It's probably really common, but I used to like playing Risk, the board game, with my brother. Obviously now we're both the wrong side of 30, him the wrong side of 40. We don't knock around so much, so I can play Risk on my own. These next two I paid 50p each for. Hitman Blood Monday. Game I ain't got. I got Hitman 1 and Hitman 2. I ain't got that one 50p, no problem. This one on the Xbox, Pitfall, also cost me 50p. It does say that it got Pitfall 1 and 2 on it on the Xbox, so when I get a chance I'll fire it up. Now the next lot are all PlayStation 2 games, the remaining lot. Played various prices. Speed Kings, 60p. I believe, I think Carl Woodlin 30, whatever number it is, I think it's 37. Carl Woodlin 37 played this and it looked pretty cool. It looked like Burnout on a bike, so when I saw it for 60p, I thought I'll get it. This is another game I didn't know existed. I think I paid 50p for this. Fight Club for the PS2. Not too sure what it's going to be like. Obviously, just make your own custom fight, I assume, so see what that like. These next lot, basically a lad pulled up, all the regulars rinsed him, and I got what was left behind. I think I bought 4 games for, I want to say £5, so it works out about £1.25 each, which is more than I like to pay. I like pound. Pound is my favourite number, but the games I ain't got, and I thought, I'll just get them. Zone of the Enders. I've not actually played this game, not heard anything about it, but looked at the back of it, looked at the front of it. It looks a pretty cool game. I believe it's Konami who make it, so they don't make too many bad games. Summoner 2, I think I've picked this up and I've actually got it. Summoner 1 I've not got, so maybe a schoolboy there. I just like the box art on this and it just sounds so cool, and I thought, why not? Mace Griffin, Bounty Hunter. Another game I've not heard of. I mean, there's tons out on the PS2. If anyone actually knows every game that released on the PS2, you have a much superior brain intelligence than me. And Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2. Said that really well on the camera there. I didn't make a mistake. It's general speaking, I make my mistakes on, to be fair. I got number 1. This is number 2. So yeah, I've got both them now. And these last ones, I think I paid £1 each. Again, another guy pulled up who was selling everything for £1 each, bar the stuff he'd marked up like Crash Bandicoot. Regulars dived in, rinsed it, and I had what was cast off. I can't believe I missed the one though. First one is Fantavision, which I thought was maybe something to do with the Intellivision, but looking at it now it's not, but it looks obscure. It's a PS2 game I've got, and now it's in my collection. And I bought this, and I've got it, but I paid £1, so no doubt someone will want to trade this with me. It's Street Fighter X3. I knew I'd got a Street Fighter game on the PS2. In fact, I think I featured it in a video recently, but I couldn't remember which one. And I thought for £1, I'll take it and see if it's the one I've got or it's not. So that was that. That's everything I picked up over the boot sales. I mean, I picked up an ET clock, really old 1980s, I want to say, ET clock. It's over there the other side of my room. I can't be bothered to go and fetch it. If you follow me on Instagram, there's a picture of it there. I think I paid £2 for it. It's seen better days, but it's just another cool little item to have in my room. As you know, last bank holiday was pretty much a washout, so I've done well to accumulate that stuff over then and over the week following when I've had a bit of time off work. Hopefully a couple of the Saturday ones that I like going to are starting up soon, so I know a few of the regulars who dive in don't go to them, so no doubt I've got different faces to compete with, but it gives you a bit of a lift not seeing the same people who you know normally get everything before you, because they're just the way they are, really. Right, sorry about that jump cut YouTube. Basically I've recorded this footage previously and it messed up on my SD card, so I had to reshoot it. What I'm basically talking about is what's going to be happening on the channel in the future. It's not just going to be you lot looking at my mug talking about my game pickups and stuff like that. I've actually got my capture card working, as you might have saw in the last video. So I can record footage, and I actually finally got it right so I can talk over it. What I'll do is I'll record the footage then talk over it after, rather than do it live, because I want to keep the channel swear free, and me playing video games, that's not going to happen. So what it'll be is like either a nostalgic game that I had some sort of tie-in with when I was younger, or it'll be a completely new game and I will talk about how I'm feeling about playing it for the first time. Basically anything on the NES, because I never had an NES as a kid. You might notice them tapes have appeared there as well in the jump cut, because there's about 10 minutes in between me re-recording this. Yeah, anything on the NES. I never had an NES as a kid. Didn't know anyone who had an NES as a kid, like when it was like the new console. I had a Master System, my brother had a Master System. Most people I knew had a Master System. I didn't play an NES till I was about 13 and gone to secondary school, and everyone had got Mega Drives and SNESes by then. One lad, he'd still got an NES, and we used to play it on at dinner time. We used to play Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, your classic 2 games. And I must admit, it was fun. I'm not going to slate the NES, I'm just saying I didn't know anyone who had one for a long time. So if you see me playing any games on the NES, it's bound to be my first time playing it, so probably will struggle, I'll be honest. But unlike games like Salamander that I'm quite familiar with, I know the Americans call it Life Force, but I call it Salamander because that's what it was called on the Amstrad, the Speccy and the Commodore, which is what we had it on as kids, me and my brother. And we used to play it, so I'll probably be having to go with this as one of the first games I show. I'm recording on Hauppauge, I want to say it is, Hauppauge HD PVR, and everyone's going to say, oh, that's the old model, it's not the new one. Yeah, but it's good for recording old retro stuff. Obviously you've got your pins that you can plug in rather than a HDMI. I know a couple of lads who watch my footage have said that they're on about getting one of these to record with. You can watch other much more organised videos of how to set one of these up, but if you want to talk to someone who's familiar and just recently gone through the experience setting up yourself, just let me know. You will need to buy these, they're like a special fitting. And I'll explain if you want me to show you how to set it up, I'll do a video if you want. But there is videos out there on YouTube, and it is good for recording the old stuff, it really is. As I say, it's not the latest model, it's not expensive. I think I paid £18 second hand for that, and it will record up to your Xbox 360 and your PS3 if you've got one of those. Not too sure about the modern consoles, I don't think you really need it. So that's that really, that's the way the channel's going to go forward. There will still be these videos, as I hear you all boo and hiss, but there will be videos with me the other side of the camera, if you know what I mean. Last video someone asked me to speak about the t-shirts, because I try and wear a different t-shirt in every gaming video I do. It's normally a gaming t-shirt, this one's no different, Become the Hunter. It's a Crysis 3 t-shirt, it's got the Crysis 3 logo on the background. There is a point where I'm going to have to start circulating these t-shirts, because I've only got so many gaming t-shirts. But yeah, I'll start pointing them out from now on, because someone said they wanted to see what was on the t-shirt, so this one's pretty plain. Sorry to disappoint you on the first one. So that's that. If you like my channel content, please like, comment and subscribe. I like to interact and talk to people who view my videos. It's whole party experience for me. Other than that, it's a nice day. Finally finished doing all my garden, fixing all the fencing that got damaged over the winter. So I'm going to go in the fridge. I'm going to get me a tip top, and I might have me a cob for me dinner, cheese cob. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Ta-ra for now.